Today, I'm going to show you how to build one-click AI agents with GPT 4.5, which is the latest release that's just come out onto OpenAI. And the one thing that I would say about GPT 4.5, I know a lot of people are disappointed. You've probably seen like a couple of reviews that I've done recently in the last 24 hours. The one thing I would say is that it does feel quite sentient in the way that it responds. Now, I don't think it's great for creating like huge workflows. I don't think it's great for creating, long articles or coding, but I will show you what I do think it's powerful for because it's really great for advice, right? So if we go into create workflow inside N8N, you can get that N8N. And what we're going to do from here is we're going to add a new step onto our workflow. Now, if this is the first time you're setting up AI agents, it's really simple stuff. Let me guide you through it step by step. So we're going to start a new workflow, like you can see. And this is an example of what you can build and how you can build it and how it works step by step. So if we click on Overview, Create Workflow inside N8N, and then from here, we're going to select Chat Trigger. Now, what this means is that it's going to start the AI agent with a chat, right? So to start the workflow, we have to trigger it. To trigger it, we're going to use the chat. Now, a lot of people ask me, okay, why not use Zapier or Make.com? You cannot set up a chat like this as easy as this with AI agents on Zapier or Make.com. And this is probably the easiest and fastest way I know to build your own AI agents. So when we add a new module here, it's going to link it to the chat message, and then we're going to select AI agent. And the source for the prompt is going to be the chat, right? So you see how it says connected chat trigger node, that's going to be taking the first response, right? So if we, for example, open up a chat and type something here, which I'll show you in a second, then that's going to trigger the AI agent, and the AI agent will use a prompt from the chat. So it's all linked together, and it's all kind of like a nice linear workflow. Now, inside this section here, inside the add chat model, we're going to select OpenAI chat model. Pretty simple stuff. And once you've connected your credentials, so you just go to create new credential, and then you can sign up at OpenAI. So if we go to API platform over here, API login, you can grab an API key directly from platform.openai.com. From here, what you would do is you're going to go to Playground is the best place to go here, and then settings, right? So settings and then API keys is where you can grab your API key. And you can create multiple for like different projects. We have one for example, like Rucode, Zapier, etc. N8N, another one there. All right, so you just create a new secret key over here. Now, one thing to bear in mind here is that the GPT 4.5 API is more expensive, right? It's a newer model, it's in preview mode, it's just come out. So they are charging more for this model, but you're not going to be creating like massive token workflows using GPT 4.5. It's going to be, pretty basic stuff, but it's going to be like fast responses and easy responses, right? So from here, once you've done that, we've got this set up, we've got it connected. We're going to make sure that we select GPT 4.5 preview from the list. All right, so you can see all the models that you can use. And we just want to make sure that we have GPT 4.5 selected. All right. Now from here, once we've done that, and one thing to know is I've got OpenRouter login, but you can use whatever you want, right? It doesn't have to be, for example, OpenRouter. It can be ChatGPT and OpenAI's API login. All right. Now, once we've done that, we also want to select window buffer memory. Now, what this means is that memory allows an AI model to remember and reference past interactions with it. Why is that important? Well, if you're going inside a chat, right, and you're going back and forth with that chat, you want the chat to be able to remember your past responses. Otherwise, every single chat that you send and every single message you send to the AI agent is going to be like starting from scratch again. We don't want that, right? That's going to be super frustrating. And you can also add tools here, so you could say, for example, we can select like Gmail tool. We can connect our Gmail account, like you can see right here. You can edit your credentials, so you can add like new credentials. You just sign in with Google, like you can see, pretty simple stuff. And then if you want the AI to select like who to send to, from, etc., then you can use modules like that. Email type I'd recommend is HTML. And then the message you can automatically select with the AI as well, right? That's one of the beautiful things about N8N as well, is like when you're setting up these AI agents, you don't have to like manually plug in all the information in terms of to, subject, message. You can just let the AI figure it out, right? That's a new update that just recently came out from N8N. And then from here, we can just send this to whatever we want, right? So we could send this to WordPress, we could send it to our CRM, etc. Right? So let me show you exactly how this works step by step. And when we're doing this, you can also, for example, define below. And what define below means is that you can actually have a custom prompt, and then you can use previous chat inputs to prompt this agent as well. But we're just going to use the chat trigger mode. And then if we scroll down here, we can also select system message. Now, system message basically defines what the AI agent is useful for. I'd always recommend that you actually do this, right? So, for example, we say you're a newsletter assistant, right? And this is one of the good things about ChatGPT is that it can really figure out, okay, what is it determined for, right? So if you give it a specific job, you can connect multiple AI agents together, or you can just get that AI agent to do a specific job each time you're using it, right? So it could be a newsletter assistant or a personal assistant. It could be an email assistant, whatever you want, like an email VA even, all right? And also, when you're doing this, like, you got to bear in mind, you're using GPT 4.5. Now, 4.5 is great for short responses, and it's great for actually, like, getting no BS advice or, like, very humanized responses. It's not great at coding, it's not great at logic, and it's not particularly good at writing, like, long articles, but it is good at writing short stuff, right? So, Newsletter Assistant will be something that's really good for. I'm actually going to delete this Gmail section here because I don't want it to blast out an email accidentally to like everyone who's in my contacts list. So we're just going to keep it simple, like you can see. So we've got when chat message is received, we've got the AI agent. It's going to be a newsletter assistant for Julian Goldie, and we're going to take some information about from the About Me section on my website. So we're just going to take like this sentence right here. Keep it simple. All right. So info about me, and we'll just tell it exactly what we want. You know, how do you want your newsletters to be written? Again, not going to be great for blog articles, but it will be great for like short, 150 word, 500 word snippets, etc. So we're going to say, okay, max 200 words, no generic fluff, write it like Alex Hormozy, super actionable tips plus useful info going out to my email list who loves AI and SEO. All right. And then we'll do something like that. Now what we can do is we can open up the chat. All right. So if we zoom out here, and if you want to just drag this around and you just like using, your mouse tracking pad, just press Command and then drag the direction that you want it for. Then we're going to open up the chat over here and we'll say, okay, topic equals, and we'll say something like, okay, new GPT 4.5 release. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute YouTube, first of all, so I don't blast out loads of noise whilst you're watching this video. And we're going to go down here, take the transcript from my latest video and turn this into a newsletter with our AI agent. All right. Details about the topic below. And we'll see how that goes. Now, if you want to drag this up, you can do so like this. And if you want to zoom out again, you can just zoom out like this. So you can see how the chat message triggered the AI agent, and that's reading the transcript that we've plugged in plus the topic, and it's using that to come up with the response. So if we go down here, you can see that it's thinking and responding. Now, when you're generating these sort of API replies and you're testing out even, it's still going to cost you money on the API, all right? So if you want to check, okay, how much is this costing you, you can go back to the API platform. So we'll log in again. And then inside here, if we go to dashboard and then usage, we can see how much we're spending to generate these responses. All right, so that's already come back to us with the information, which is super useful. We'll come back to that in a second. But you can see it's not that cheap. All right, so Look at that, 0.76 cents to generate that. And that's purely from this one single response we've done. And probably a few other tests I've done recently. So we did generate quite a few tokens here. But this specific response was pretty expensive, to be fair. Yeah, interesting. So if we go back to the workflow now, we'll open this up and we've got the subject plus the transcript like so. And so now we can save this. We can save this workflow and then we can come back to it and we can build newsletters or email responses anytime we want using GPT 4.5. And all we have to do is just plug in the info that we got. So let's just turn this into normal text. So you've got the email right here. So it's come up with the subject, the info about what's going to happen, the pros, the cons, the conclusion, etc. All right. And then it's all personalized it to me with a CTA to get the AI Profit Boardroom. Link in the comments description if you want this. Now, what I also do is I'm going to download this template right here if you want to steal it from me. That's essentially how you can build these AI agents. If you want to make it active and then share it, just click on active over here. And then once you've done, you actually get a public URL that you can share this with. All right, so you just copy that and you can make this publicly available for you, your team, your clients, whatever you want. Pretty simple stuff. And then what we can also do from here is like, you could actually change the AI agent. So if we go to AI agent over here, we'll change this to you're a personal email assistant, send emails on my behalf, take the instructions from the chat and send it for me based on what I tell you. All right. And then we're going to hit save on that. Then we're going to add a new tool. So we're going to add Gmail here. And this can just send emails on our behalf. So we're going to get the AI to figure this out for us. And then inside here, and you can see how the buffer memory is using the previous chat. So we're going to delete the chat history, but you can use previous chat history here. And then if we refresh this, we'll reset the data inside the chat. And we'll just say, okay, send an email to juliangoldie@gmail.com about the new GPT 4.5 release and say how excited I am. All right. What else are you going to do on a Friday? Then we're going to hit enter like so. And it's using the AI agent plus GPT 4.5 to begin to send that. All right. And you can see how it's used the Gmail feature over here. It said, I've successfully sent the email to Julian regarding the new exciting GPT 4.5 release. If we open up Gmail over here, we'll check this response and you can see it says from my main account to juliangoldie@gmail.com. Hi Julian, hope you're great. Just heard about the GPT 4.5 release. I'm excited, blah, blah, blah. You can include your name here as well, or we can include that in the system message. And the good thing about using GPT 4.5 is, again, it's like really human, right? The way that it's written there is so much better than, say, if you were using GPT 4.0, it would write like a really long, boring response, whereas this gets straight to the point. It feels a lot more human. It's got a lot more personality to it, and it's much better for stuff like this. If you want access to this Gmail GPT 4.5 agent, then I'll download that as well. And then I'm going to attach that inside the AI Profit Boardroom SOP section. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to get access to the SOP, including the templates for the AI agents we built today, feel free to get that inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Link in the comments description. Inside there, you're going to get all my best automations for social media, video, AI agents, web scraping, AI SEO automation, Q&A call recordings, crash course, SOPs, everything you can imagine, plus more is inside there, along with a community of 219 members, so you can ask them for help and advice, and you can post inside the community whenever you need something. On top of that, it also comes with weekly Q&A calls with me, so if you want to jump on a call with me, you can see the next call inside the calendar, just join those calls, and if you can't make them, they get recorded as well. The price is going up on the 10th of March, so if you sign up now, you lock in your legacy price, and you won't have to switch to the other prices. But if you wait until the 10th of March, obviously price is going to go up and you'll miss out. Don't do that. And if you want to get a free one-to-one SEO strategy session that shows you how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 bits this month and generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales on autopilot, feel free to get this link building acceleration session. You'll get like a custom tailored link building plan to your website You'll discover the secrets of SEO link building. You'll learn how to get more leads, sales, and customers to your site with SEO. You'll learn the best link building strategy for your website, plus how to quickly outrank your competitors and 10x your SEO traffic based on what's working for us and our happy clients, like you see right here. Tons of testimonials there. Link in the comments and description to that too. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Bye bye.